Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back again today with another fantasy football mock draft. Today we are doing a 10-team half PPR mock draft from the 5th slot, as requested by one of my subscribers, Marcus S. Now, I know a lot of you guys are requesting in the comments section, but we are running out of days in August, so if I am not able to do your draft, I'm very sorry. But if you'd like to get a ton of mock drafts, anyways, if I don't end up being able to do yours, I likely may have already done your slot because I've done 8 million of these. So if you want more of those content, more of that content, I should say, go down below and click that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'm going to help you dominate the draft, dominate during the regular season, dominate the postseason, and win your fantasy football championship. So, like I said, let's get right into the video. The only thing different to normal drafts that we have here is that there's a two flex spots, but that doesn't affect my draft strategy at all. So even if you just have one flex spot, it's pretty normal here. So with that being said, the first pick of the draft was Saquon Barkley, followed by Ezekiel Elliott, Christian McCaffrey, and Alvin Kamara. So right here, this is a very easy pick in my opinion. If you want, you go with the best wide receiver, which in my opinion is Devontae Adams, or you go with Hopkins. Pick your poison, you know what I'm saying? They're both going to be great. In my opinion, I think Adams is better because Adams has scored 10 touchdowns 3 years in a row. No other wide receiver has even done that in the league so far. Or not in the league so far. Obviously, people have done that over time, but recently, he's the only one to do it 3 times in a row since 2016, 17, 18. So that's 3 years in a row, guys, and I think he could do it again this year. Aaron Rodgers loves to target him, but like I said, I want to go running back here, and we're going to go with the best running back available, and in my opinion, that is Mr. David Johnson. Now, I know a lot of people are hating on him from last year when he played like fucking shit in certain games, but now their offense is looking to be revamped, completely changed. They have a new quarterback. They bring in new wide receivers. They have a young back in David Johnson who's still great. You still remember just a couple of years ago how highly you thought of him. Last year, he may have fallen off your board, but now, if you look back, you realize how great he was and how good he will be this year. It's not like he's 30 years old or something. He's still a young guy, and he's going to be great in this fantasy football season. So we're going to go DJ here. After we went DJ, Devontae Adams came off the board, followed by Devontae Adams came off the board, followed by D-Hop, Lev Bell, Julio Jones, James Conner, Michael Thomas, Odell Beckham Jr., Todd Gurley, Tyreek Hill, Juju Smith-Schuster. So 3 teams went with the coveted double wide receiver strategy right here at the 1-6, 2-5. Adams and Juju. This guy with Hopkins and Hill. This guy with Juju and Odell Beckham Jr. So the double wide receiver strategy is typically very normal towards the end of the draft. Now, typically you don't see it around the 6th spot, but around the 7, 8, 9, or 10 is pretty typical to see it happen, especially right here at the 9, 10 turn. Now, with that being said, this guy got the 2 best picks from last year, Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell, so late. But they're not no longer the best picks now because Le'Veon Bell, in my opinion, is just so confusing that I just don't like drafting him because I don't know what his situation will be on the Jets. You don't know if how crazy that Adam Gase motherfucker was. That dude was snorting fucking, I don't even know what he was doing. He was doing some smelling salts on the sideline or something during the first preseason game. So I'm just worried about that. And Todd Gurley has that arthritis knee, and I'm very scared about that. Who knows how many games he will miss, how many games he will play, how many snaps he will even end up getting during the regular season. He'll probably will barely touch any preseason action, so we'll really not know until the season starts, so I'm just staying away from that. So with that being said, it is an easy choice here, and we will just load up on 2 great running backs. And by doing that, we are going to miss out on some wide receiver value in Mike Evans and go a tier down into the Allen, Thielen, T.Y., Cooper type of range of wide receiver. But that's fine with me, baby, because we're going with Nick Chubb, half Chubb, full Chubb. I'm fucking full Chubb right now picking this man. I love Nick Chubb this fantasy football season. He is going to absolutely fucking. He could be a top 5 guy in my opinion. He is. They said. You know what they said? They said they had Duke Johnson, right? And you know what the Browns said? Fuck you, Duke Johnson. Go to the Texans. And now it's the Nick Chubb show until Kareem karate fucking chops his way back into the lineup 9 weeks in after he fucking kicked that woman, which we do not approve of here on this channel. I mean, Kareem Hunt is a great running back, but how much will he eat into Chubb's workload is a big question. In my opinion, very minimal. He will have not that much of an impact on Chubb. Right now, Chubb, there's a rookie running behind him. Obviously, he's not going to get every single snap. So Chubb, it'll likely be that with Chubb and Kareem. Now, Kareem might get some more touches than this rookie's going to be getting, but if Nick Chubb starts off the season on fire, there's no reason to put him on the back burner and let someone else take his job, the running back one of the team, and I believe that will not happen, so we're going to go Nick Chubb here. Very easy pick. After we went Chubb, Mixon came off the board, followed by Dalvin Cook, Mike Evans, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams, Kerryon Johnson, Pat Mahomes, Leonard Fournette, So, first tight end off the board at the 210. Typically, Travis Kelce, you're going to see go at the first or second round, and his buddies, Kelce and Ertz, are going to typically go around the third, fourth round. The other tight ends that are in near the top tier, Kelsey's on a tier by himself. Below him, the 2-3, in my opinion, is Kittle and Ertz. Pat Mahomes at the 3-3. Typically, Pat Mahomes is going to go around the third or fourth, fifth round in these type of mocks. But in your at-home league, you may see him come flying off the board at the 1-2 pick, because, or not the 1-2 pick, but at the 1-2 round mark, because a lot of people view quarterbacks highly. Guys like Luck, Rodgers may come off even earlier than you even would think is even humanly possible, because people are crazy for the quarterback position. And we're about to go crazy and do something kind of reckless here. We're going to go with a reckless maneuver, in my opinion. Now, the thing is, AB has frostbite on his feet. All right? That's kind of scary, right? I'm kind of scared of that. His value has plummeted. He was going in the second round. Now I'm seeing him a lot in the third round. He's saying he'll play with his fucked up helmet. Now, that does kind of scare me. Antonio Brown does kind of scare me. But at the exact same time, we know who Antonio Brown is. Antonio Brown is likely the best wideout in the NFL, without a question, in my opinion. Him, D-Hop, Devontae Adams are the three best, in my opinion, in the league. Julio's up there too, as long as with Odell and a guy like Michael Thomas. But I think that AB, when all things come down, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, if AB plays 16 games and isn't a crazy motherfucker, he will be a top 5 wide receiver, and that's just a guarantee in my opinion. But the question is, are you willing to take the risk on AB in the third round, or would you rather go with a guy that's typically here like Mike Evans or a guy like Keenan Allen? That is the real question. I woke up today feeling quite fucking dangerous, so I think we're gonna go with AB here. Now, you got to be cautious, because I'm making this video on 8:14. It's 8:14. It's 3 in the fucking morning. We up all night grinding for you guys, for everyone who subscribes to these videos, so that you guys can all get the correct knowledge. So I think, as of right now, AB will play Week 1. My opinion has shifted rapidly on AB, but this baby back bitch motherfucker that I don't necessarily love picking will probably finish so high that I'm going to regret not picking him here. So we're going to have to go with AB here. After we went AB, Marlon Mack came off the board, followed by T.Y. Hilton, Adam Thielen, Melvin Gordon, Aaron Jones, Devonta Freeman, Keenan Allen, Josh Jacobs, George Kittle, me Timbers, Amari Cooper. So, Melvin Gordon went out the 3-9. Now, he is plummeted from a guy that I was steadily picking at the 5th or 6th pick to a guy that I don't even want to fucking draft because of that holdout situation. He may hold out 8 games. I'm not sure. I saw some shit where he could hold out maybe 10 games. That's so confusing. You know what I say to that? You just close your eyes and you just draft another running back behind him. I take Aaron Jones ahead of him, Devonta Freeman, Josh Jacobs, any of those guys. You don't want anything to do with Melvin fucking Gordon, and I'll tell you that much right now. Now, typically, we would go with a wide receiver or tight end here. Now, actually, not really tight end, because I ain't about that early tight end lifestyle if you've been watching for a while, but the wide receiver position is looking pretty juicy right here, but I know one will fall to me here at the 5-5 that I like, so we're just going to go with my favorite middle round running back besides Kerryon Johnson, because Kerryon Johnson is not a middle round running back anymore. This guy and Chris Carson are my two favorite, actually, and that's Mr. David Montgomery. The fantasy footballers call him David Montopportunity because he has the opportunity to be great. And I don't think he just has an opportunity. I think he will be great. David Montgomery looks like he exudes greatness. He breathes greatness. He eats fucking greatness for breakfast, all right? Greatness with some milk for fucking breakfast, because David Montgomery, in my opinion, will be a top 12 back this year. Send it in. Book it. All right. There's a lot of great running backs going ahead of him. I know. But Todd Gurley, I know you're sad to see it, but he's not going to be a top 12 running back, and I just know that for a fact. I know Dalvin Cook is going to get injured. Leonard Fournette has no chance at doing that. It's going to be a bunch of good players, and then this guy in the 4th round, David Montgomery, is going to sneak his rookie ass up there and be on one of the most explosive teams in the NFL. The Bears are a fucking great team. You need to know that. Their defense is amazing. Their offense, led by Kiss and Titties Mitchell Trubisky, is going to be great. Trubisky has a bunch of young wide receivers and Allen Robinson mixed with a great running back. They have a 1-2 punch. They got David Montgomery and they have Tariq Cohen. But I don't want anything to do with Tariq Cohen because it's going to be the David Montgomery show in Chicago, and I love picking him here in the 4th round. So after we select David Montgomery, Derrick Henry came off the board, followed by Robert Woods, Mac Ingram, Chris Carson, Stefan Diggs, Brandon Cooks, Julian Edelman, Kenny Galladay. So a bit of a running back run, a wide receiver run happened, but that's perfectly fine with me. Now, if you're one of those type of fellers who likes going with Zach Ertz here, or a tight end early, this is where I'd pick Ertz right here. I mean, falling to the fifth is there's so much value out with him right here, but I'm just not about that early tight end life, and I'd rather just get a solid wide receiver here instead of waiting until the sixth round. So this is an easy decision for me. Would I rather get Chris, like right here, there's guys that I'm looking at, I'll name them. I like Chris Godwin, I like Lockett, I like Ridley, I like Boyd. Okay, the most out of those guys. And now you might be saying, "Oh, Nick, why don't you like AJ Green? He's been a top 12 wide receiver the past couple of years." "Oh, Nick, don't you know AJ Green's good?" That's what you're saying. But you know what is in reality? AJ Green is washed up. No, I'm just fucking with you. He's not washed up. He's just too injury prone. You can't draft some motherfucker who gets turf toe every year. You can't draft some motherfucker who's going to be out for 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks likely, in the fifth round. I'm pulling the trigger in the 10th round, likely 100% of the time, because I know that when he comes back, he'll be great. But can I wait for my fifth round pick to come back 10 weeks later when there's other great wide receivers here? No. Or 3 weeks later, whatever the fuck I said, I don't know. But Chris Godwin is on a fucking explosive team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love using that explosive word. It's fucking hilarious. Now, um, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be behind a lot. Their defense sucks cock. Okay, and that's being generous. Okay, they're bad. So you're gonna want to have one of the guys on the offense, whether that's Evans, Mr. Crab Stealer, Winston, O.J. Howard, or Chris Godwin. You want one of those guys because Chris Godwin and Famous Jameis and Mike Evans and O.J. Howard are gonna fucking eat this season. That's a guarantee, and they ain't stealing the crabs like fucking Jameis did. They're just gonna absolutely run. They're gonna be down, and they're just gonna sling the fucking football. They're gonna be throwing it. Jameis throws the ball far. He doesn't look. He just throws it. And Chris Godwin will come down with those. And I think Chris Godwin will be playing great in so many games that you're gonna regret not having them. Now with Humphreys gone, he's the wide receiver 2 on the team. He was the wide receiver 3 last year and still played great. So we're gonna go with Chris Godwin here. It is a no-brainer to me. After we went Chris Godwin, the computer fucks up, so I'm gonna have to. What the fuck is happening? We're gonna have to pause the draft right here and just let the fucking CPU auto pick here, because this is just. Alright, here we go. Pretty normal there, so we're gonna resume the draft after the computer just fucked everything up. So the computer did select O.J. Howard over Zach Ertz. That's never gonna happen. That will never happen in your draft. Unless you're drafting with some die-hard Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, some guy with his thumb so far up his ass that it's like touching his brain or something. I don't know what you're doing there if you're drafting O.J. Howard over Zach Ertz. I don't even like Zach Ertz that much, but that's just fucking crazy. This guy might need to get checked out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends off the board and 3 quarterbacks. Now Andrew Luck is someone who I loved at the beginning of the offseason, but now as we're going to touch football season just a couple of weeks away, Andrew Luck is looking like the worst pick I've ever seen. That motherfucker is likely going to be. I don't want to be mean to Andrew Luck. He's a great guy. Now he has this calf strain, right? And I've been telling you guys, don't draft him because of this calf strain. It's been happening since April. Now it's looking like an ankle injury. What the fuck is he meant to? How does he have an ankle injury? You don't want any of that shit with Andrew Luck. I'm staying away. So at this point, we can either load up on some running back depth or go full in, balls deep, and secure our second flex here with a great wideout. And that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna go all in here with Mr. Tyler. Yeah, Boyd. Now, that's a funny joke there. If you are a millennial and you understand that, but if you don't understand it, I'm sorry. That was stupid. But Tyler Boyd is going to be good this year. AJ Green, like I said, turf toe, sorry ass receiver, like Michael Crabtree. You know what I'm saying there? So Tyler Boyd is going to be great. He is going to be the wide receiver 1 for the first couple of weeks. Then AJ Green's going to come back. Then AJ Green's going to get hurt again, and Tyler Boyd will be the 1 again. Tyler Boyd is going to destroy this year. He played great last year under a shitty coach with what was that? Fucking Jeff Driscoll was his quarterback? Who the fuck is that guy? That's what Conor McGregor would say. Who the fuck is Jeff Driscoll? You want to know who's better than Jeff Driscoll? Andy Dalton, the Ginger Ninja. Now that motherfucker is not that good, but he's better than Jeff Driscoll. And Tyler Boyd is going to have a great season this year as one of the only targets on Cincinnati. Now, a lot of people tell me, oh, John Ross is still there. John Ross is sorry. All right, John Ross is really not that good in my opinion. I know he's probably great in best ball, but this isn't best ball. This is a redraft league that you're trying to win this year, and you're gonna win this year with Tyler Boyd. So after we went Tyler Boyd, Sonny Michelle came off the board, followed by DJ Moore, Alshon Jeffrey, Lamar Miller, Mike Williams, Kenyon Drake, James Washington, Baker Mayfield. So now it's our pick, and we need to get some more of that running back depth. Y'all got any more of them running backs? You know what I'm saying? It's like that meme, but it's like I made it in a spoken meme. You know what I'm saying? So Baker Mayfield went. That guy was feeling dangerous. Now at this point in the draft, a lot more quarterbacks will probably have gone. And depending how serious your league is, 4, maybe there've been 7 by now in your league, depending how crazy some motherfuckers are. So that's just how it is. So I'm not really looking at quarterback here because Rodgers never, no way Rodgers is here in the real draft. Matty Ice I like, but I'd rather just load up on some running backs. I like Evan Ingram a lot too, but I'm not gonna pull the trigger here on a tight end when I can just load up on some running backs to get that depth. And the best running back still available, in my opinion, is Miles Sanders. Now Miles Sanders, he ain't the running back one yet, but he's gonna fucking emerge. He's gonna fucking come out of nowhere. Actually, not out of nowhere because we know he's coming. He made little impact in his debut. Yeah, whatever. It was the first preseason game. He barely got any snaps. He got 3 balls, but he's the leg up on the starting gig. He's getting plenty of hype. The team loves him, and I think he will be great. Now, the thing is, he's on your bench right now, right? So you're not playing him. 4 weeks into the season, when he starts, he's the starting guy. Then you play him because he's going to be great. Just a couple of weeks into the season. After went Miles Sanders, Darius Geis came off the board, followed by Robbie Anderson, A. Raj, Tariq Cohen, Jarvis Landry, Evan Ingram, Matty Ice, Chris Chin Kirk, Austin Eckler, Rashad Penny. And now we get to get our golden child has fallen to us. Our beautiful golden child, and that is Latavius Murray. Now you might be telling me, Nick, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs. Why are you getting another running back? Why don't you get a tight end or a quarterback? Because to be honest, the quarterback is deep. A guy like Famous Jameis, a guy like Dak Prescott, a guy like Lamar Jackson could easily be my starting quarterback, and I couldn't give less of a fuck because quarterbacks in reality and fantasy aren't that important. They're the most important in real life, not very important in fantasy. And now you might say, oh, Nick, why don't you get Hunter Henry here? Now that's a valid argument, but I'd much rather get one more solid running backs before the running backs turn from greatness to absolute shit and you don't know what to do. So, well, you know what to do because you watch all the videos, and if you have been watching all the videos and you just so happen to find here and you actually haven't been watching all the videos and you're not subscribed, then click that subscribe button because, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to help you guys win your championship, and it's going to be hard to do it on all these other channels because a lot of these, no, I'm not going to say that, but over here on this YouTube channel, we strive for greatness, and we will believe in greatness, and we will be great. So we're going to go with running back Latavius Murray here, New Orleans running back. Now, he's going to be the backup running back. You'll be like, oh, Nick, why are you drafting him the backup running back on a team? Blah, 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 blah. No, it doesn't fucking matter. Latavius Murray is going to be getting snaps, just like how Mark Ingram was last year. He's going to get like 10, 11, 12 touches a game. He could score, he could vulture a touchdown from Mr. Alvin Kamara, Mr. AK. He can catch a pass or two. He'll score 9 fucking points. And then there'll be games where he scores 15 points or does better than Alvin Kamara. And you'd be like, oh, why did I not draft Latavius Murray in the 8th round? You're just dumb. That's why. No, you're not dumb because you watch these videos, but that's what I'm going to be seeing. A lot of people pissed off that they didn't draft Latavius Murray, a great asset this late in the draft. So after we went Latavius Murray, Jared Cook came off the board, followed by Hunter Henry, Darrell Henderson, Drew Brees, Dante Pettis, Will Fuller, Allen Robinson, and Sammy Watkins. So now we load up on some more wide receivers. So, my boy Sammy Watkins has been picked, but that's fine with me because there's other wide receivers out there for us, boys. And right here, I'm starting to get the feeling that I think I like Geronimo Allison more than MVS, and I know I'm going fucking crazy because everyone's on that MVS hype train. But I know MVS is going to be good, and I know Geronimo is going to be good, so I'm fine with either of them. But I'm actually also, I've caught love for another man. Not in that way, but for another man in fantasy football, another one I like, and that is Mr. D.D. Westbrook. Now, I know his ADP is kind of lower, but I'm feeling it right here. This guy is going to be great in fantasy football. He is going to be the number one target on Jacksonville. Nick Foles loves targeting the slot, and I think that D.D. Westbrook is going to have a great season this year. He's a guy being drafted in the 9th, 10th round. He's a guy that I would happily slot into my flex every single week. So I'm going to go D.D. Westbrook here. After we went D.D. Westbrook, Kareem Hunt came off the board, followed by Jordan Howard, David Njoku, Geronimo Allison, Carson Wentz, Old Man Larry Fitzgerald, Marvin Jones, Curtis Samuel, Rolls-Royce, Freeman, DK, Metcalf. So we currently still are in need of a tight end, and it's perfectly fine right here to swing on that tight end in the 10th round and go for Mr. Vance Mcdonald, Vance Refrigeration. Now, a lot of people, well, you'll see, they're all up on that Eric Ebron train, and I don't think those motherfuckers know who Jack Doyle is, because Jack Doyle, the other tight end on the team, is going to be out there more than Eric Ebron. Even Eric Ebron probably knows that he's not going to be scoring as many touchdowns as last year, playing as well as last year, because Jack Doyle is the better blocking tight end. He also, Andrew Luck loves throwing him the ball. I almost said Aaron Rodgers. And I think that at the end of the day, since Jack Doyle's better at blocking, he'll be out there more, so he'll have more opportunity to score, get more points. And I think that obviously Eric Ebron will probably finish above Jack Doyle, but he'll take away too much for it to be even worth it. So I like Vance McDonald. Vance McDonald last year played pretty good with the opportunity given. Now they shipped Jesse James the fuck off the team. They said, Jesse James, get the fuck out of here. Take your next flight to wherever the fuck Jesse James landed. I couldn't tell you because I'm dumb and I forget these things. Let's see, where's Jesse James? Is he even listed? Is he even Jesse James on Detroit? They said, get the hell out of here, Jesse James. Go to Detroit. Go with Matt Patricia, that fucking pencil in the ear motherfucker. And now it's the Vance show. Vance is going to be getting those targets that AB has. Not all of them, obviously. Some of the targets AB had. Some of the targets Jesse James had. So that's going to add up to a bunch of fucking targets. And and Vance McDonald is going to be great. I know you started Jesse James in the past because he was the tight end one on the team. So why wouldn't you start Mr. Vance McDonald? So after we drafted Mr. Vance McDonald, the Chicago Bears defense came off the board, followed by Ronald Jones, Eric Ebron, Sterling Shepard, Kyler Murray, Mr. 5'6", Russell Wilson, MVS, Cortland Sutton. So, the Chicago Bears defense came off the board at the 10-7. Don't be that guy who goes defense early. Don't be the guy who is the window licker of the draft and goes with goes with the defense early. It's not worth it. You can find a defense in the last round that is more than capable of starting for your team. So, let's see. We don't have a quarterback. And let's see the quarterbacks so far. We got Cam Newton, Jared Goff, famous Jameis. So, let's do something a bit unconventional here. Fuck, he already went. I was going to go with Corey Davis and then hope that Cam fell to us. But we're going to go with something unconventional anyways, because I typically don't go this guy, and that's Mr. Cam Newton. Now, I do got some gripes with Cam Newton. Number one, his injury. He got shoulder surgery 2 years in a row. Shoulder surgery 2 years in a row. Say that one 3 times fast. It's like that Sally at the fucking seashore poem over there, or whatever that thing's called, the tongue twister. My tongue got fucking twisted right there because I think Cam Newton is going to be great as long as that shoulder surgery does not impact him too much. He's been riddled with injuries in the past. Riddle me this. Are you going to be able to take the risk and feel confident in it? Are you feeling a bit risky tonight? And I'm feeling risky because I went AB already. I know Cam Newton has that rushing floor. I know he's going to fucking do some fake handoff to Christian McCaffrey and run straight up the middle and vulture Christian McCaffrey's touchdown. And you guys who have Christian McCaffrey will be pissed off. I know that's going to happen. And I know that Cam Newton, if he gets that arm strength back, can sling the rock. And I think that Cam Newton this late may be some of that poison that I'm going to fucking drink because I love it. I'm going to be drinking the Kool-Aid on Cam Newton here. Typically, I do like going Jared Goff or famous Jameis ahead of them, but I just wanted to talk about him because I do know that I could draft him in a lot of leagues if he fell this far. After when Cam Newton, LaShawn McCoy came off the board, followed by DJ, a.k.a. Deshaun Jackson, Jared Goff, Jalen Samuels, Corey Davis, fuck Corey Davis, Adrian Peterson, L.A. Rams, Carlos Hyde, N'Keal Harry, Kalen Ballage. Now, in this type of league, this is a 10-team league. Yep, 10-team half-PPR league. You don't need no running back. You need running backs. You don't need no 2 quarterbacks. You don't need no 2 tight ends. You just load up your bench with more running backs and receivers to bring you to the championship. So, the wide receiver core is slightly diminishing, as is the running back core. But I think if I don't go this guy here, he will be gone. Now, I'm going to talk about Kiki real quick. Kiki was a guy that I went from. I loved Kiki Cootie. Kiki, do you love me, Cootie? I was loving him. I was drafting him all the time. And then he got that injury. His leg looked fucked up. It looked like it formed an L because it looked like an L for the Houston Texans because they lost one of their best receivers. And then he emerged, and he seemed like now the reports are coming out. He may play week 1. He may play week 2. Right ankle injury. It's unknown if he's really ready for the fucking starting season opener against whatever team that was. I'm dumb. The Saints. Now, will he be there? Who cares? In reality, who cares? Because he's your bench. He's on your bench. He's riding the pine. And then a few weeks into the season, Will Fuller's gonna get hurt. He always does. And then Kiki Cootie's going to be amazing. And you just have him stashed on the bench. So we're going to take Kiki Cootie here. A wide receiver with such high upside that's crazy that he goes this late. His injury even helped us get him even later, which is amazing for us. So after we went Kiki Cootie, Peyton Barber off the board, followed by Dante Moncrief, Famous Jameis, Jarek McKinnon, Damian Harris, Emmanuel Sanders, Big Ben Roethlisberger, and Phillip Rivers. So now we are going to likely go with some running backs and build that running back depth. Now, likely, some of these guys may not be here in the draft. So we're going to start off with Matt Beretta, a running back who shall be great this season. He is likely going to be the wide receiver one with not the wide receiver one, the running back one on San Francisco, because the whole team's riddled with injuries. Some of the guys are on the pup. Some of the guys are terrible. Matt Breida last year showed that he could do it. He'll go out there, he'll score you 10, 12 fantasy points, he'll get injured, and then he will emerge. All right, he just comes out and he'll be hurt. He'll be in that blue tent on the sideline getting checked out. He says, "Fuck your blue tent." He comes out and he plays. So I love Mr. Matt Breida back here because I don't think Duke Johnson will be here at all in your at-home draft. So I don't even want to take him there because it seems like robbing you guys of some information. So after Matt Breida came off the board, Jacksonville Jaguars came off the board, followed by Delaney Walker, Devin Singletary, Anthony Miller, Tom Brady, Alexander Madison, Lamar Jackson, James Washington, Charger defense, Golden Tate. So now we're going to get our guy, a guy we love targeting, and that's Justin Jackson. This guy is going to play probably 8 games this season. I'm so convinced of it. The Chargers are getting rid. They said fuck you, Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon said fuck you, Chargers, and they're in quite the debate over this contract. I don't think they're going to give it to him anymore. I really don't. I think that he's going to end up just playing 8 games and walking. And Justin Jackson's going to be great for 8 games, so he's just a steal back here in the draft. After we went Justin Jackson, Devin Funchess came off the board, followed by Austin Hooper going once, going twice. Sold Tyrell Williams. You like that because I just was talking really fucking fast for no reason. Baltimore Ravens came off the board, followed by Justin Tucker. Minnesota Vikings, Harrison Butker, Greg the Leg Zerline. And now it's time to get our defense. Now what you're going to do to draft the defense, you're going to go on Google, all right? You got me. You go on Google. You go on Bing. You go on fucking whatever website you Google on and make your searches. You type in NFL schedule week 1, and then you know what you do. You look at the schedule, and you're like, ooh, which team, which defense is playing a soft offense week 1? Let me look. The Cleveland Browns, they are playing against the Tennessee Titans, led by Marcus Mariota, the shittiest starting quarterback in the NFL. I'm just fucking kidding you, Titans fans, but Tannehill's better. You go with them. Or you say, who's playing the Giants week 1? It's the Cowboys. You go with either of those teams. The Cowboys have a better schedule coming for week 2 or 3 than the Browns do. So you can go with either or, and you're just going to stream every week. Come back to my channel, look for the video, and stream that defense. So we're going to go with the Browns against the Titans. After we pick the Cleveland Browns, Will Lutz came off the board, followed by Steven Gostkowski, Houston Texans defense, Kai Fairbairn, Philadelphia Eagles, Robbie Gould, Duke Johnson, Adam Vinatieri, Dickie Dak Prescott, TJ Hawkinson, and now we go with kicker, Jake Elliott. And then after Jake Elliott was selected, Cole Hardman came off the board, followed by Green Bay Packers, Giorgio Trevecchio, and Trey Burton. So our finishing roster is Cam Newton at quarterback. Our 2 running backs are David Johnson and Nick Chubb. Our 2 wideouts are AB and Chris Godwin. Our tight end is Vance McDonald. Our flex is David Montgomery and Tyler Boyd. Our kicker is Jake Elliott. Our defense is the Browns. Our bench is comprised of Miles Sanders, Latavius Murray, D.D. Westbrook, Kiki, Do You Love Me, Cootie, Matt Breida, and Justin Lightning in a Bottle Jackson. So, thank you guys all for watching the video. If you did end up enjoying, please go down below and click that fucking subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me, and it will really mean a lot to you because you're going to be getting all the knowledge to win your championship. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Have a great rest of your night. Goodbye.